Okay guys, we all have now seen the 2023 budget, or we heard the budget, or we read about the budget. Now, without being unduly unkind, you can really summarize it in one word: boring. And self-serving also from a political perspective, but we didn't expect much different from a budget directly before the year in which an election is about to take place. So no real interesting stuff in it. We've seen a little bit on the deductions for electricity, self-generation electricity, but not much there. One interesting thing though was the extension of the diesel rebate to food processors. Now I assume ultimately when we see the legislation, it will be something between the manufacturer, the farmer, and the ultimate seller of that, anything that happens in between. But we still need to see the legislation that needs to be prepared and promulgated for that matter. But if we think about that logically, what would the benefit be for the diesel rebate users? They'll get approximately R2, just more than R2, a litre discount. That's what it is. We'll give you that money back. You pay it first and you claim it back. Now, in the bigger scheme of things, the price of diesel has probably already been discounted in the cost to the final consumer. So we give you back a little bit. Is that bit we're giving back to you going to end up on the table of the final consumer? Probably not. And then we give you a tiny little incentive, but load shedding is just increasing as we go along. So you're going to have to buy more and more and more diesel, now not at R20 a litre, but now at R18 a litre. Now how does that benefit anybody? So the next question is, what do you need to do to get this rebate? Now, first thing, you have to update your VAT registration to now be a user of the diesel rebate. Then you have to implement very, very specific systems to ensure that diesel that is used for the generation of power, of electricity, is identified separately and can be identified from the point where it is purchased to the point where it is actually used for such a purpose. Now we know this has been challenged by SARS left, right and center, because normal users that have been using this facility for years have not been able to fully comply with the very, very stringent requirements. And the other thing is, it will only be for 2 years. So now the question really is it worthwhile doing this? Is it worthwhile going through all of these processes, new people, or using current resources to administer this whole thing for a period of 2 years? And it really just becomes a question of economics. Is this thing really worth going for? Now, if you do want that, of course, we have to use the opportunity to advertise. TradeTaxPlus has been very successful in registering users and getting their refunds for them. So speak to us, we can do that for you. The first step you need to take is to determine, will this be economically viable, or are you just wasting your time? And how do you contact us? Well, there's the number, 27064 501 8324. Just send us a SMS SMS, CMH. Send us a WhatsApp, and we will get back to you if that is something that you are interested in. Okay.